Is it? Oh, have I got do not disturb mode? It's just gone up to 17 degrees as I held it. I've been out for most of the day. It's 10 to 5, and my chicken casserole, I can smell it in the background, is not ready to eat yet. So I'm glad I had a coronation chicken sandwich from the Tesco's. It's been quite an interesting day. Went for a nice little cruise in the countryside and put a new fuse into. So this is the second fuse in the week I've put into the car. But lesson learned: if it's freezing, don't use the wash, because the pump will seize up and the fuse will say, no, you're having more than 10 amps, so I'm going to cut out now. Now, you could put concentrate in there, but the way I use screen wash, I like to have it quite dilute because I go for a lot of it in one squirt. But if you concentrate it, then it will go down to lower temperatures, because then you increase your concentration of methanol. But I'd rather not have too much methanol on my car, because that is well, it will attack paint and clear coat. I'm sure of it. I missed the solid fuel merchant today. He must have come when I was out. Otherwise, I'd have given him a hand hauling it in. As I'm very proud to admit, I am strong enough to carry a 50 kilogram bag of coal, and I've got the grip strength now. I can carry it on my back. Whereas before, the only way I could do it is bear hugging it, and either way, it's not an easy thing to cart around. So yeah, but yeah, I just saw a nice fresh load of logs in the in my corner of the house. That's very good. I didn't mention it yesterday. I didn't think it was pertinent to these fire streams, but it will be. Watch this space next year, because there may be a new fire. Not this one. This stove is adequate for its job, and apart from the log guard, it's fine. But in the future, there may be a video of a fire somewhere else. That location for the moment is to be disclosed, but as we get closer to the dates and things get confirmed, I will let you know. Really, it doesn't matter where it is. Just the fact is, it'll be nice to show a new fire. Like, oh look, here I am somewhere else, and here's a fire. Yeah, I was tempted to do that over Christmas, but as I was at my dad's, but he's quite particular about how his fire should be lit, and I thought, well, it is his, so I'll leave him to it. And I didn't really want to say to him, I do a series where I light fires, and I talk about lighting fires, and I talk about things I think about when lighting and looking at fires. Because then he'd just been like, oh, you're such a pyromaniac. You've always been obsessed with fire. It's like, well, yeah, fire is one of the most. It's the very first technology we developed, and it's without fire we don't live. So fire is life. I mean, I'm just because I'm Catholic doesn't mean I can't see the truth in other religions, and the Zoroastrians are quite right to worship the eternal flame, because it is it's a very important aspect of life. It's not the creator, but you can infer things there. So the Zoroastrians, they're quite close to the truth. I mean, some would say, "Oh, well, Christianity's derived from Zoroastrianism." And say, yeah, people say a lot of things, don't they? I think ultimately, though, I would agree when someone says, "Oh, Christianity is this and Christianity is that." What they're saying is, here are the truths in these myths which overlap. If these truths overlap, then we have something in common. And when you have something in common, that's the basis for negotiation and diplomacy. And negotiation is relevant. I participated in some negotiations today. It went better than what I thought it would. I told somebody that I have vested interest in, my honest appraisal of them, and they took it quite poorly. But it needed to be said, and I'm glad I did say it, and I hope they think about what I've said and realise I'm not just being a dick, as I was falsely accused of. Yeah. So anyway, new Fire in the Future. Give it a minute. Let's wait for it to die down first. Well, I had some letters to burn, so I thought, no, you don't need to see my name and address. We'll just we'll burn those, and then when it dies down again, resume the recording. It was very exciting. There was some hissing. That one there had a lot of smoke coming out. Then it eventually warmed up where the smoke turned into flames. So now let's put a log on it. Logging on. But yes, I'm quite excited for this adventure I may go on in the future, as it will involve going on trains and using fire and well, of course there'll be good food available. I imagine there'll be mediocre food available. Oh, whoops. This is an unpleasant looking log. I think we'll wait a bit on that one because it's a bit damp. But that will go in later. Let's see, do I have anything suitable in my sagging sack? I call it my sagging sack. It's a wicker basket, and the wickers are starting to unravel. Shame, but they have it. It's probably not designed to carry that many logs at one go, but if it's so big, then why not just, stick logs in? And maybe there's like, oh well, if you use the kiln dried logs, which are practically charcoal, then that's better. The logs they've got that have come in, they have got a lovely smell to them. Not that you can smell them, unfortunately, because there is no smell-o-vision. But oh, actually, you know what? There may be smell-o-vision in the future. I seem to remember a Japanese scientist working on a flavour synthesizer, and it's an electric matrix. You lick it, and it stimulates various parts of your tongue. And don't know how close it is to real flavours, but certainly interesting that you'll be able to synthesise sweet, sour, bitter, salty tastes. I'm sure as the technology matures, you can go, oh, that resembles strawberry, that resembles lemon, that one tastes like mushrooms or beef. Who knows? Really, that's something for the future. Yeah, look at that. Do you see it? Got just above the shadow there, got a little bit of foam. So there's still a bit of moisture in that log. Well, there's moisture in all logs. So eventually, if you let the wood mature long enough, it reaches equilibrium with the ambient moisture, the water vapour in the air. But well, it's a good thing that there's enough heat to do that, because look at that. Can you see? That is kicking up a lot of heat already. I can feel it on my hand, which is not a bad thing, because yeah, it's not warm today. I remember when I woke up I was cold, and I thought, no, come on, I need to do this thing, this unpleasant talk with someone. I was never going to see them again, so I just it was good to get it off of my chest and tell them what I honestly thought of them. The log guard, you might not be able to see it because of the flames obscuring the camera, but it's leaking onto that now. And then that little bit of kindling down there, there's a jet of smoke coming up there. Could be steam, could be smoke. Either way, the wood's hissing a lot. I do like burning wood. I do burn coal. And the anthracite, which we normally get, they didn't have it in today. So we've got coal dust briquettes, which are egg-shaped. I won't show them in this video, but because my coal scuttle's still got a bunch of anthracite in it. But when I empty that out, I'll load up on these artificial coal briquettes, which are... How does that work? Do they use glue to glue the coal together? I mean, like if you try and just compress coal, maybe they use bitumen. But then would that cause more creosote? I don't really know. What I do know is the edge of that log is soaked. But eventually it'll drive all that moisture out, and then rather than wasting its heat on turning moisture into steam, it will turn that into heat, and that heat will heat my room, and I can enjoy temperatures beyond 16.8 degrees. Yes. I know some people, you know, some people go, oh, I run hot, I do. I've even been accused of running hot. But yeah, I can run hot, but usually that's because the day's been hot, or I've just had a hot bath or a hot meal. I have had cold things to drink and eat today, and the car was warm. I mean, I set the temperature to 27 degrees, but I didn't really feel it. Now, if I had a bath at 27 degrees, I'd feel that. Not really sure what my ideal bath temperature is. I'll have to use the surface scale one of these days, and I'll relay to you and say my ideal bath temperature is 41 degrees centigrade, and I stick my legs out of the bathtub so the body's warm and the legs cool down. Often I put the bath hotter than what I really like, because I dip myself in it, then I have a layer of water. And especially how cold the house is now, it cools off very quickly. But speaking of cooling off, the hissing has subsided now, so we're in that is not water. That's kind of a mixture of ash. Obviously there's ash on the log guard, but it seems that the I guess it's water that's there, isn't it? But either way, great. Fire is I would say that fire's a success. We got a fire, and yep. Oh, I'm tired today. That talk was spiritually exhausting, but I'm glad it got. There were some things I had to get off my chest, and I'm glad I've said them. I'm really glad, and I hope the beneficiary of my talk will go home and be very upset and angry. And hopefully, at some point, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, he was right." But I don't think that's going to happen. I am very optimistic. You see, I always like to think the best of people, and but unfortunately, that's a way to set yourself up for disappointment. But hey ho, I'd rather be hopeful and disappointed than being cynical and going, "Oh, nothing's going to get better." Because then there's no hope, is there? So I'm a hopeful chap. I really am. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm very, very tempted to put another stick on that because there's no flames at the moment. So you know what? Can I stick that in there? Can I stick that stick there? Oh yeah. Do that, and then do that, and see if those catch on fire. You know what? I'm because the expediency is the matter. Is of the essence. I am going to put some accelerant on that. I don't like. I mean, I can tell it's going to burst into flames soon, but let's just help it along a little bit. There we go. There's now that where there's smoke, there's fire, and that's what they say. So we've got a bit of smoke in there, and let's give it a little kick. Yeah, how's that? That's more like it. So I just close this in on all gently, like so. Got some flames. With any luck, those sticks should get going, and then when the sticks die down, I can poke them into the log. And once that's poked in, I can sit back and relax. Yep. Sit back and relax. I think that's done now. Bye.